to Better Than Yesterday. My name is Michael Jans van Rensburg, and as always, I'm joined by my very good friend.
Michael, what's up? I'm Daniel Hammond, and I'm also a co-host here at Better Than Yesterday.
Guys, we have an extremely special episode for you guys, and today we're going to be doing something that we've never done on this channel before, never done on this podcast, but we're having two guests on. We're going to be talking about real estate, that industry, and all the things that are involved in there. We're going to be just getting to know these two young men who we really think are two guys that you can learn from, who are making big moves in the game, and also just incredible young men of God. So, Leroy, how about you introduce yourself? My good friend, how you doing, man?
How's it going? You alright?
Very, very well. Very good. You?
Hey,
Good.
what's up?
Good.
Leroy, tell us.
So, thanks for having me on the episode. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm Leroy Salimu. I'm an intern agent at Sif Properties Bloberg. And yeah, I work in the area, Parklands, Tableview, Parklands North, pretty much everywhere. Yeah,
Wonderful.
pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Lumko here. Introduce yourself,
Yes,
brother.
sir. Yes, sir.
Making your first debut on Better Than Yesterday. How's it
Lovely.
feel?
Thank you so much for
What's
having me,
up?
gents. As he said, my name is Lumko Sifumba. I am 19 years old. I am a real estate agent. I'm an intern real estate agent at Sif in Bloberg. And I also work in the general area, Parklands, Sunningdale, Parklands North, Tableview.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay, so to get you two into the video, and just first question, I would like to ask you both, how did you come to the choice of being a real estate agent as a career path?
So I actually started off in the hospitality industry. I wanted to be a chef. I mean, I wanted to be like flipping Gordon Ramsay.
Let's go.
Yeah, but like the hours weren't perfect for me.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about 12, 13-hour shifts. You know, working on weekends. I'm a social butterfly. You know, so I always wanted to like obviously expand my abilities. I knew that if I can get into something like sales related, that would be pretty cool. So I jumped into careers from one to another. You know, hospitality, retail, and then I decided to let me get into sales. Started off at Sif when I was 19, possibly, yeah.
Wow.
19 or 20.
Yeah.
And I've been in the game for 2 years. First year I started off as a cold caller for the whole year. But what really made me jump into it was Modern Family, actually. I was watching Phil Dunphy. And I'd always watch Phil Dunphy on Modern Family, and he looks like, he's having such a good time with his career. And I was like, you know what, I want to be like this guy. And I went and applied at Sif. And then I was actually wanting to be a cold caller because they were looking for cold callers. So I went for the very first time, and the manager wasn't there, and I went 4 other times. I used to walk there just to look for the manager, Michelle.
Oh, yes.
Because she wasn't there, and when I went there for the first time, that's when I met her, and then I got the interview and got the job.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So yeah, I think that was like persistence.
We like the perseverance.
100%, yeah. And yeah, that's how I jumped into real estate. Started off as a cold caller for a year.
Yeah.
And this is my first year as an agent. I think I've been an agent for a year and 3 months now. And it's been amazing. I mean, God has been good. It's just been awesome, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how old are you right now, man?
I am actually 22 now.
22 years old.
22,
Making
yeah.
big moves in the game.
Yeah, bro, it's been
That's
crazy.
That's
crazy.
awesome. That's awesome.
Really good moves, and you see, you can learn from watching series as long as you take something out of it.
That's
it.
Pick the right series that you got to pick the right series.
True.
Watching Ben 10 of
Keeping up with the Kardashians, I don't know if that's a good one to do. Lumko, bro, tell us a bit about how you got into the game, man.
Okay, so for me, real estate wasn't always my first choice as well. Ever since I was 5 years old, I've always wanted to be a pilot. I remember the reason why I chose being a pilot is because my mom put me this book for occupations, and so each time you turn the page, a fire truck would pop up, turn the next page, a syringe and a doctor would pop up, and then for some reason on the other page, a plane popped up, and I was like, yo, I want to do that.
This is it.
And so ever since then, that's always what I wanted to do. When I was older, I never envisioned myself doing something, being in a job. I always thought to myself, I want to be a pilot. And then obviously as I grew older and I did my research, I found it's just really, really expensive. And plus, to be fair, my marks in school went great enough to give me a scholarship I had good marks, but just not great enough to get to compete with other people with better marks than I did as well. And so then I had to think to myself, okay, there must come a plan B. Because there's nothing wrong with having a plan B. Obviously you want to grind for your first option until you exhaust all options. But at the same time, having a plan B is never a bad thing. You know?
Yeah.
So then I thought to myself, property.
Yes.
Property is always good. I
Yeah.
mean, whether you own property or whether you're in the property game, at some point I want to have property, and what better way to learn about it than being in the actual industry?
Yeah.
And so then, when I matriculated when I was 17, and then when I was 18, I was out of school. I was looking for a job. So at first, I was looking for a job, just a job to, you know, because I didn't think I would be able to get into the real estate industry just like that. I thought I needed to go to university and that sort of stuff. So I was just looking for a job, and then just to keep me going and to pay for some of my exams for my flight school, because I did attend flight school for a bit. And then my good friend here, Leroy, he sent me a job application as a cold caller as well at Tyson Properties, and that's where I first got my first gig. I worked there for 3 months, and then I stopped working there. And then 2 weeks later, Leroy once again sent me a job application for Steve. He is the plug. He's the own extension code. So basically, after that, I applied. I got the job. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
And then I worked as a cold caller for another 3 months, and then they gave me the option. They said, if you take 3 months and cold call and see if this is, and learn from the other agents in the office and see if there's something that you think you have a knack for, and something that you think you might be able to do. And so I thought to myself, I was like, every day I wake up for work, and I thought to myself, I want to be in the office today. I want to be prospecting, getting the properties, learning as much as I can. And then, so in February earlier this year, I then decided to take the big leap of faith and become an agent. Obviously, it came with its challenges. You know, you don't get a salary.
Yeah.
I was getting a salary as a cold caller, so I was happy about that. But then I was like, damn, I'm not gonna get a salary. And you know, things happen. What if you don't make it so for, I don't know, however long, and you just live all those months without a salary? But you know, it was something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in it for the money only.
Yes.
I mean, money sure is a great motivator, but it wasn't in it only just for that. So, which is why I decided to become an agent as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And Lumko, I know you made your first sale just a few weeks ago, brother. Well done on that. Well done.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Really, congratulations on that for like a few months in, and you 19 years of age. 19 years of age made his first sale, so that's obviously a really cool thing, man. Really cool thing. So you guys are both working at SIF.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about the office there. Like, what's the whole vibes like there? You guys enjoy it?
It's amazing, to be honest, because we're working in a family environment. I don't see anyone there as like a boss or anything. It's very family oriented.
Awesome.
It's really cool. I've never had any problems working at SIP since I started. It's been 2 years now. Every single day when you wake up, you just want to go to the office and work and have fun, because it's very fun in the office. You know, we have a lot of games, especially
A lot of socials as well.
a lot of socials. So we're always going out, you know, spending time together with the C family. So it's really cool. And
That's fun,
and most of the real estate agents that I've seen, most of the agencies I've been to, what you notice is that they don't bring you up the right way, so you don't get enough training, especially as an intern agent. So as an intern agent, you want to get as much training as you can possibly get, because you don't know the industry, you don't know what's happening, you know. So at SIF, they bring you up, they teach you the basics, and you just learn everything from the get-go, which is pretty cool, because they give you what they call a mentor.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That sounds interesting, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, second thing I want to ask you guys about, I know for both of you, sometimes, you know, obviously what's great, it's really cool to hear about your guys, like, come up in the industry, and you guys are only at the beginning, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I mean, yeah, it's been a few months, a year and a few months, you know, so I'm excited to see, like, the places you guys will go. And that's why we're trying to get you on your early, you know, before you guys blow up.
We won't forget you, man.
Hey, but better than yesterday is also...
Speak for yourself. I'm joking.
We're going up there as well, better than yesterday on the move. But no, it's exciting stuff. I must say, it's just cool to have this conversation with all of you guys. But second question I want to ask you guys is about, like, what role do you think something like a side hustle plays? Because I know both of you have got something like that you also do on the side to make money. So that's your main gig of, like, making an income. But Lumko, like, what's your side hustle these days to get some income?
My side hustle these days is I'm a dog walker.
Let's go.
You know, I'm a real estate agent. I'm a dog walker.
How did that come about, man?
Leads, bro. So basically, after I left school, my friend knew I was looking for a job. Shout out the boy Jonathan. Yes, he's also a real estate agent actually. My friend Jonathan, he was looking for help with his dog walking business, and so he asked me if I could help him out, and he was paying me a fair amount every week, and so I was like, yeah, for sure, bro. And it was something that I really enjoyed. I really love dogs. I enjoy walking as well. So, and I'm just like great with working with people. It's just one of my strong suits, and which helps me in the industry that I am in. Yeah. And so I worked with him for a couple of months, and then he decided to leave the business, and then I took the business over from him. And ever since then, I've just been working on it. I work on it on Sundays, sometimes Mondays. But yeah, that's been keeping me afloat. In the months that I haven't been able to sell a house until I did. And so it's just really important to have a side hustle because, you know, it's always good to have multiple streams of income.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, that's how you set yourself up for the future. And plus, I see it like as a little bit entrepreneurial business, I suppose, because you know, it just teaches me something about business. Because you know, I don't want to be working for the man all my life. You know, I want to be able to stand by my own 2 feet and just like have my own. I'm not gonna make a legacy out of dog walking. I mean,
but it's something,
possibly.
But
it's something at the moment. It's teaching me something. So maybe I can use those skill sets in the future to use to do and build something else.
Yeah.
You get me? But yeah, that's the importance of side hustle for me really, and just to keep busy. You know. I don't. It's just. I just feel really cool when I just be like, oh wait, I work 6 days a week.
Yes.
You know, it just encourages me to just keep on working hard. You know, there's a comes a time for having fun and then a time for working as well, and I really do enjoy working.
I agree with
the other
that.
good thing I'm picking up from this is like having a good circle of friends.
Yes.
Because it's like, if you notice how like all these careers and everything, the opportunities are coming from the group of friends. I think that's really good.
It is.
You gotta know your friends. Like you gotta have the right friends around you.
We really like the mindset of not just focusing on the one career like for the rest of your life, because I see it like many people do, and then they so reliant on this job that they won't even stand up to their boss to take extra like holiday. So there's no freedom in that. And I think in this day and age, like wealth back then was materialistic things like a nice car, a good house. But now we want freedom. We want to say, I'm going to fly to America tomorrow, and we're working towards that. So yeah, to get back to the real estate and how it works, because Lumko mentioned that it takes a while to get like a household. Sometimes it doesn't. That's worst case scenario. So, and we always plan for the worst. So how do you budget, like after you've made a sale, what system do you two have in place that helps you to manage your money in order to sustain you for that time, besides the side hustles?
Awesome.
Cool. So that's a really good question, especially because in real estate you get like good amount of money when you sell a house, and especially because we're young. So it's kind of hard to budget that, but you have to. Especially because when I remember, just taking it back a little bit, but when I started, so I sold my first house in my first week. So like on my 5th day, that's when I sold my first house. And obviously like it's all this money, and you're like, yo, you know, it's so much money. And if you don't know how to budget it, you're gonna be broke. Your mom, for example, she's also a real estate agent, and then she told me that you need to budget your money well in real estate. Because you're gonna have good months and bad months. And I never understood that, because obviously that's what I was told in the beginning. Like you're not gonna have good months, you're not gonna have good months sometimes, like in winter, for example. And when I started off, I started in a partnership with a friend of mine named Evangelo. And we worked for the first 5-6 months, we were selling at least 3 houses a month. So it's like you're starting in like there's all this energy, you know, you're very pumped and you're making a lot of money. But then every single month that you're earning this money, you're forgetting that you're also going to have months where you don't sell anything. So the good thing about that question you asked is, of course you can get paid a lot of money, first of all, but you also set yourself a good stream of income. So if you sell your house, let's say you sell your first house now, let's say you join real estate, right? If you sell a house in June, you're only going to get paid in the 3rd month when the house registers. So you need to make sure that you sell at least a house every single month, then you actually create a payroll for yourself. So every single month now you're getting money because on every third month there's money coming in.
Yes.
So the first 3 months are very critical. You need to grind the heck out of real estate. That's one thing I've learned, because if you miss a month, you're missing a salary. So you pay yourself a salary by selling a house every single month. But you can only benefit that is from the third month. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Because of those transfer costs, they take a while.
Exactly, yeah. So you need to budget it well. So what I usually do, because I also have a side business, I'm currently studying events management at the moment.
Awesome.
I didn't tell you guys, I'm sorry. But it's out there now.
Everyone knows now.
It's out there. But at the same time, like, I usually sell shoes. I mean, I sell kicks, like Nikes and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know. But you need a side hustle.
You do.
But real estate won't allow you to have one if you're starting. So when you're starting in real estate, you're gonna have to put your blood and sweat and everything into it.
Yeah.
Because there are agents who are not sleeping, just working, and you think, oh, you know, like, because obviously you come and go as you please.
Yes.
So if you feel like you've got like a lot of freedom, like in your first few months, you're gonna slack and you're not gonna benefit. You need to always have at least a portfolio of 10 properties going up. Because people want variety, you know, you gotta have townhouses and houses and apartments and all that stuff. So that at least if you sell a small one this month, you can sell a big one next month.
Yeah.
But you gotta set yourself up so that you can pay yourself. That was the question.
Yeah, it's like having a business in a business.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what my boss always tells me. Like, if you put in, obviously, let's say you have the small business within the overall business, which is safe. I have my own business, my job that I'm doing, and like he says, you basically cut yourself a salary when you sell a house. And so you want to, if you have a business, you obviously want to, you don't want to neglect, you don't want to take a chill back and just come and go to the office as you want, work 2 hours a day and then go home and sleep. So you need to have a consistent work rate, and you need to keep grinding as much as you can, and so because you want to make your business a success.
You do.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. And that's what we've been saying, consistency. And it comes like to terms like it's a principle in almost every industry, because you have to be consistent. You can't be, I don't know, an athlete and you only go practice once a month or once every 2 weeks. You have to practice every day, even if it's small amounts. You have to make sure you put in the work, and hard work pays off. So you might not see the fruit like now today, but you have to think long term, and that's what we always say. Like a dangerous man, like First Man says, is a man that thinks 10 years ahead. So you might be putting in the work now, but what I do to motivate myself, if I don't see progress now, I'm like, I'm gonna see the progress in 10 years. I'm working for that 30-year-old me or that 29-year-old me. And then whatever fruits I get now from the hard work is a bonus, it's a benefit. But it's not like I'm planning to get fruits now. I'm planning to get fruits in the next 10 years.
Yeah, very good stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably going to pay dividend in both your lives, you know. And that's what we talk about a lot here yesterday, like you're saying. We're working now so that we can be in a good position in a few years' time, you know. The work you're putting in now is really going to pay off later, because you'll have so many more years of experience, whereas if you only started later, you don't have that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. And I kind of felt that as well. So in my first month, obviously it's your first month, I was working hard, but I did cut myself some slack, because like it's my first month, still learning the ropes as things go. And then the second month, we didn't make a sale still. I was like, okay, cool. Still, nonetheless, I'm still learning. Third month came and I was like, what's happening? But thing is, but all those months, like I always told myself one thing: I'm working hard, but I'm not seeing much results. But if I work less, it's not gonna happen anyway. So I may as well grind until something comes up, because that's the only way it's gonna come up. I can't slack off and then hope, because then you're living in hope that something comes out if you slack off.
That's true.
Yeah. So, and real estate isn't easy, man. It's like you gotta have patience. Like I said, it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. You get me? And some people don't last in real estate. People have got bills to pay. And if it's been 4 months or 5 months and you haven't made a sale and you haven't getting any money in, people will go ahead and look for other jobs. because it's like it's quite cutthroat like that. Because
Yeah, it is.
also the amount of agencies. If I were to tell you how many
Sure.
agencies are in our operating area,
Sure.
I think there's about 220
Just agencies, yeah.
agencies. So
And
you can
all
imagine how
employed.
many agents
Crazy. Yeah.
Thousands.
are in exactly.
Yeah.
So you know you gotta get your own piece of the pie if you and you gotta
Yeah.
work hard for it. It's not
Yeah.
gonna come to you
Yeah.
easy.
It's good, man. It's good.